This is University Drive, the main road that twists and turns through Penn State University's Hazleton campus. It's just like the road Patrice Lombard traveled to get to be athletic director here at Penn State Hazleton. There's a lot of twists and turns to her story, and a lot of them occurred right here at Penn State Hazleton. The temperature is in the upper 80s, but according to the heat index, it's well into the 90s. The fans at this Penn State Hazleton women's soccer game cling to the shade. Patrice Lombard, the school's new athletic director, is moving around like one of the midfielders for the Nittany Lions. She starts the game as a ball woman, and then she's running to get drinks for her staff. I don't know what happened after that because I jumped in my air-conditioned car at halftime and went home.
Part of my interview, that's what I said, because that was one of the big things they wanted. They didn't want somebody who's going to sit behind the desk the whole time. And if I have the time to be out here, doing it, I'm going to do it. It just is, it's how I've been my entire life. And, if I can get out there and help, that's what I'm going to do.
That's the kind of person Lombard is. For Lombard, there's no task that's too big or too little, and there's no dream that's unobtainable if you're willing to roll up your sleeves and put in the hard work. That's how she eventually, and maybe inevitably, became the Penn State Hazleton athletic director. Patrice Lombard grew up playing sports. All kinds of sports. She was the only girl in Valley West Little League in Cunningham. She played football with the Valley Chiefs and frequently used the putting green her father made in their backyard with her friends. Ultimately, she fell in love with basketball and was a starter at West Hazleton High School. She would have loved to play basketball at Penn State Hazleton, but when she got there in the late 80s, there wasn't a women's team. Plus, her life was about to change in a major way. But after some time off, she ended up back at Penn State Hazleton in 2010, and this time, there was a women's basketball team on campus.
I became a mom, and I have the two greatest gifts that I can ever ask for of my two boys, Josh and Jack. And so when I started thinking about going back to school, I was like, I wonder if I can play. It was interesting, to say the least. It was fun. I consider myself a big kid at some points, and so I can relate to the students, and I could relate better to them because I was in the classroom with them, and I knew what they were going through, and we were on the same level. We were all students at that point. So, it was definitely interesting. I didn't play a great deal, I wasn't as quick as I remembered myself to be. I wasn't as fast as I remembered myself to be, and I wasn't as good of a shooter as I remembered myself to be, but I did it.
What a nice story. The new PSU Hazleton AD played basketball at the school. The end. Not really. Lombard also did this while getting her bachelor's degree.
In collegiate eligibility, you can, in your senior year, you don't have to take 12 credits as long as you're taking the courses you need to graduate. So I took a 4-credit course, Math 110, and played volleyball because I could. So I just did it.
After returning to Penn State Hazleton for her bachelor's degree, Lombard never left. She worked in housing and food services, in the bursar's office, got her master's degree online, and eventually she became the ball woman at this soccer game. And she couldn't be happier.
You don't think about it when you're doing it. It's just life. You're just going through and you're doing your day-to-day. I never thought when I was 19 years old and had my first child that I would be sitting here with 3 college degrees and now heading up an athletic department of 8 intercollegiate sports. I never would have imagined that at that point. But you just keep keeping on. Is that what that saying is? You just keep doing, and if you want something bad enough, you find the way to do it. You find a way to make it happen.
There's even more to this story that will feature on the next Out of Left Field here on SSPTV. For now, for SSPTV Sports, I'm Ken Cara.